offense will have the football first. And onto the field for the first time comes Easton Messer. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. Got him on the RPO. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. A way to pick up of a couple. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Hits inside. It's Bernard. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Florida Gators offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And now we take our first look at the explosive veteran Eric Singleton, portal transfer from Auburn. His coaching staff, really this entire offense, licking their chops to try to take advantage of this matchup. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. First play of this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25. But what
a spectacular layout and catch. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. 2nd and long here. They want to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. Snags it and he's open. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fresh center down is going to the air. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Left side, it's Messer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Look out. Lets it fly on the move. Grabs it inside the 15. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Owls! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find a rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the score.
Going over the top. And that would be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. He's not afraid to go deep.
No, I gotta take this play style off, bro. I gotta take that. I like that classic shit. I don't like all this new ass shit.
Entering accessibility tab menu narration option is set to office selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to servers. Entering accessibility tab menu narration option is set to office selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration.
Incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker.
Oh
and
my God.
Incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Got to make the play on fourth. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
On the move from inside his own 20. Space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Using his legs and turn arm. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Gator. The hidden yardage, the big play. Special teams coming through. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his His big play capability was on full display, and that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll need about 6 here on second down from the 20. Wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Bernard. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Fort Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Here's a return from midfield. And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good bounce, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Here's again the ball. Got a little and into the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense is starting the season off with a bang.
He's in the end zone for the 2, and the lead is now at 16. From inside the 15, here's the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. From the gun, it's Bernard. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball. They'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Hits the hole, it's Pryor. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Right side, it's Ball. Brings it to the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. keeps it on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff ball running left. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Just feeds the running back.
I love this game.
Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead. They'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want touchdown Florida, and they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you're seeing from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Let's see what and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Got some room in into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of a great field position.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires downfield. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just so excited. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes one. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Gator! Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude...
Man, we slide.
Jetpack, he can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Owls will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. Using the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Drops back on first down. Showing the arm straight down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The field goal is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Missouri State Bears. And it's the Aggies looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country. Now over to your game inside the swamp. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. On the return, it's Mays. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. again. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Hands it off. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The Gators are marching down the field. The keeper on the option. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Being chased. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll run it. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Turns it upfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Got it near midfield. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus. Oh, it's a fumble! And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. Well, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Quick give. It's Pryor. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Fresh center down's going to the air. Out wide right, it's Messer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Using his legs, it's Bernard. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29 here. They come on 3rd and short. Burrowing for yardage. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff from the gun. Looking for a crease. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Holds on, it's Messer. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Left side is Henry. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Rush right in his face. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback will keep it. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. They're all over him. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Jaden one more time. Runs through the tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wiggles for... And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They go to the counter. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Hauls it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Running inside, it's Barrow. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They get a big win here and start the season season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Tommy Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.